Welcome to Keeping the Knot Tied podcast. This is episode number 23. I'm Lamont.
I'm Shay.
Hey Shay, how's it going today?
Good, baby. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Ready for another podcast.
It's been a minute. We're just a couple of days late. That's all.
A couple of days, a week late.
Couple of days late. Just a few days.
Your mother was in town, so.
Yeah, so that kind of took us off track, but it was a great visit. And I took the week off to spend with my mommy, so it was awesome sauce.
Took a whole week off and we still didn't do it.
We still didn't do it.
It was just too much going on, though.
It was. And you were still working and stuff, too, so it was just like, then we had to do some, with the whole school thing with chunks, and it was just a whole lot of unexpected stuff popped up, so.
Yes. Our lives are
Changing.
continuing to change. School is starting back and nobody's going to school.
Right. Everybody is virtual, which I think is safe at this point with just a lot of unknowns. So I feel a lot safer, but it's just the hassle of having to teach them and working like you working. And so it's a whole lot, but we just have to push through. And in the afternoon,
it's a good idea. Just stressful. They have to work around as parents.
And some people got it worse than we do. So I mean,
we lucky that I work from home. If I didn't work from home, then it'd be a different story.
Be super struggle.
There's a lot of people out there, maybe single parents, whatever, maybe essential employees, and they just have to go into the office. So
and they don't have the
It's going to be a difficult time for a lot of people. So I hope we can all adjust well. Hope parents aren't going to be leaving their kids home by themselves.
If they're not of age to be left at home.
I'm sure it's going to be happening.
I know, because people got to make, they have to survive too. So
what people should do is team up. If they can find somebody
reliable and trustworthy too, because you just can't leave your kids with just anybody.
Right.
Like you have to somebody that you
can't
trust.
Leave them by themselves.
And you can't leave them by themselves. No.
But I feel it's going to all work out in the end.
Yeah.
It'll all work out in the end.
But I think it's different.
Mm-hmm. So what you got for me today, baby?
Different.
I told you to have something.
You did.
I lead 95% of the podcast.
Oh my God, nuh-uh, because I've been doing good the last few podcasts. Don't do that, because I've been doing good the last few. Don't be trying to play me.
You did good the last one.
And then the one before that,
you said you wanted to talk about
good.
sex, so I said, go ahead, baby, what you want to talk about? So that means you ain't got nothing prepared.
I do have something prepared, but you just be trying to play me like I don't be
trying to play you.
Yes, you do.
I just want to make sure that you're prepared.
I am prepared.
I want to be the only person.
But then I say, okay, we have to let's do the podcast, and you always try to throw it back on me like I'm the one that don't want to do it, and I don't have the topics.
Keep discussing this.
But I be having some topics, but whatever, because you be trying to be funny.
All we doing is sitting here talking. So you be asking me, do you want to film today? Do you want to film today?
Right, so I know we couldn't.
All you got to do is say the word, and then we're gonna walk downstairs to the basement and we're gonna film. It's not that hard.
But you have a whole production.
I do.
Lamont has 3 cameras up. We have lights in here. It's a whole thing. So that's why I know it's like a whole, I just want to make sure that you, did. It's a
I got to do most of the work. All you got to do is sit down and talk.
That's all. I just want to make sure that you okay with it. I'm looking out for you.
Procrastinating.
Whatever. So you made me sick. Okay.
Love you too.
So I had like a couple of topics, I guess like situational stuff, right?
Okay, I'm good with situational stuff.
Okay. So let's say how do you feel like, okay, so like hanging with other married couples.
Right. And
I think I was listening to something. And this couple was saying like how there's like, is there good jealousy or like good and toxic jealousy between being jealous as far as like friends? So let's say we hang out with another married couple, right?
Okay.
And then we may meet another couple through that couple. Now, if we hang with the couple that we met, the outside couple, right? I call them the outside couple that we met. Do you think we would be doing the couple that we actually like, that introduced us to that new couple like wrong? Like if we hung out with them like, but not necessarily behind their back, but like if they're not around? Or do you think like if you hang around them that all the couples need to be together? Like is there like a couple code for like married couples of who you hang with? You see what I'm saying? Like, will you feel some type of way? So, like, if you introduced,
I get what you're saying.
you see what I'm saying?
But I don't think there's no such thing as couple code. I think there are some people in this world we all know that are sensitive. So they might be mad, like, oh, why you hanging with them? Or they might not say anything.
But they will feel some type of way,
feel
right?
some way on the inside. I'm trying to think, do we have anybody
Let's
like
say,
that? I don't think we have nobody like that.
But let's say, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to text you because I want to say nobody's names. So let's say we hanging with.
Say the name.
No, because I think they may have hung. Well, hold on. I'm trying to think. Have they? Like if I had. Okay, so this is some of our friends right here, right? And we introduced them to these people.
But I know exactly what you're saying. You don't have to. Just say, for instance, Teron and Alyssa, right?
Oh,
they
okay.
friends is like Emma and Mike.
Yeah. So if we hung with
them, I don't think it would
be. You think Teron and Alyssa be like, "Why you hanging with them for?" Or what? Because Alyssa and Emma are like besties. Like that.
Alyssa might be mad at you if you hang with Emma.
Right. One-on-one. But like that's what I'm saying. Like if we hung with Mike and Emma, like would that be like, and it's Teron and Alyssa not know or something? Would that be kind of like odd?
The only way it could be a problem, like if they don't know.
Like, yeah, say like if instance, we're trying to like, there's like an event,
like a function or something, a birthday party for somewhere, and we invite Emma and Mike, but we don't invite Teron and Alyssa. That's gonna be kind
of shady. Like so let's say like if we couldn't go, like let's say it was a couples night, because I think this happened one time. I think like with I think Lex and Terrence had invited us to like Teron Alyssa to like hear it was like a jazz singer or something. They love live music. But we didn't have a babysitter. So let's say like we didn't have a babysitter, but maybe Teron Alyssa's mom and dad were here, and they were able to watch their kids, and then they go. Like we'd be like, dang, like we done felt left out, but then we were invited, so like we shouldn't feel any type of way. What was that?
Like your earring fell or something?
My earring's in. Oh, my bat fell out my earring. Oh, I see it. I get it. It's right there. I get it though.
Is that it right there?
Let me get it. Yeah, but I was like that. Oh, because these right here fall right on out. Why did that bat come out like that? But thank you. But they cute though. But they cute.
Some Claire's.
But they cute. Who go to Claire's? I don't go to no Claire's.
You go to Claire's?
No, I don't go to Claire's.
Oh my
God. Claire's was like, well, some people probably say, I don't shop at Claire's. Do they even have Claire's? I think they do still have Claire's in Goldsboro. I think I went because I took Zippy one time to get her like a belly button ring. So they still have like little stuff like that. I think for that's cute for those stuff. But like, and then like, will you feel kind of like left out a little bit, or you just like, oh, you won't really care?
You know me, I don't care. I'm different.
You don't care.
So somebody else might be offended, but
yeah,
I probably ain't want to leave the house no way, depending on what it was.
You don't want to leave, but just think about how some people may feel like okay, or just hanging, or you introduce us to another couple, they may click better, with that couple than with us or something. Like,
I think that's a female thing.
You really think so?
Yeah, I think it's a female thing. When y'all be in y'all emotions about stuff.
We be too sensitive.
You be mad that your friend is hanging with somebody else that you introduce them to. Like dudes don't get mad like that. But the key is just inviting them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just extending the olive branch to do it. Like, is there like a?
Yeah, if you invite them, but you don't invite me, then that's an issue. That's an issue.
Yeah, like that ain't cool. Like you
especially
just
if you're friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you consider yourselves to be friends. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
I just thought about that. Yeah, that was my situational thing.
Did you have something that happened?
I didn't have. I just thought about it because I had heard them had that conversation. So I was like, oh, that's something. I mean, because we have like. We don't really hang with that many couples, but the couples we hang with, there may be, like they have couple friends too, like that we don't hang with. So I was just, like, oh, well I wonder how that'll work if, or the other way around or something like that.
I think for us too, I mean, no, that's not the same situation. What? No, I was just thinking about like us maybe doing something, inviting somebody, but not inviting somebody else. But that's totally different. But I think with us, like being in Atlanta and everybody stays in different areas.
Yeah, everybody's so
it's
like
an inconvenience, and sometimes you don't want to ask somebody. So,
What was you talking about?
We had technical difficulty for a second. But
so you said something about we're staying in Atlanta, and like if we don't invite somebody or because of where we live or whatnot,
just because
being
of
far.
distance. Like there's times like we got a lot of people that we cool with, couples we cool with, but something may be going on, and it may be something real quick. We might invite somebody to because they're closer.
They're closer, yeah.
And not invite. That's a different scenario than what you were kind of talking about. So,
but yeah,
cool,
man.
So what else you have?
Oh, did I seen this? I don't know how it was listed. I should have took a picture of it, but you probably seen it too. It was going on social media, and it was like listing like what if it's like in your family the importance of people, like how do you rank them 1 through 3? Did you see that? So it was like who comes first. So is it your mom, wife, or children? Like, God is at the head, but like in that matter, like who comes first? So I was on my way to work and I heard it like they were talking about it like on the radio, and they were saying like who do you put first? So it'll be like mom, spouse, or children. And so they had like a scenario where it's like if you in the house, something happen or something pop off, or like something going on. If your wife say let's go, but your mom says stay, like do you leave or do you stay? Like who do you? I guess like who would you listen to in that aspect of it? I was like, oh, that's interesting because we never really like talk about things like that, like who the.
Because we never had any issues with that. I think that all stems from
like
that video. Rank. Did you see that video of the girl arguing with the guy's mom? Like the guy, I think he was coming to pick his girlfriend up, and his mom was sitting in the passenger seat of the car, and the girl was popping off. She was like, "Well, you getting in the back seat, right?" And the mom's like, "No," and then and so she was arguing with the husband, but then she was arguing with the mom too about you always do this every time she come around here. And he's like, "But this is my mom. Like I haven't seen my mom in a while because of the COVID situation."
I ain't seen that. Okay.
And so
somebody came from there.
Yeah, I think that's where it stemmed from. So she was trying to tell the mom to get in the back seat. Mom was like, "No," and she was just popping off, off at the mom, going off at the husband, and everything.
Wow,
it's crazy. But I guess so. You said so the 3 that you're ranking your mother, your wife, and your
children.
Okay.
And I seen that I saw it like on social media, and then like I heard on the radio. I was like, so this must be like a thing. And so I'm surprised you didn't. But you were talking about that video, so that's probably
where it stemmed from.
That's probably where it came from.
I would have this. I guess my wife would be first, spouse first, then the kids, and then the mom.
And why would you say that?
Well, I think your spouse, you just have to be on the same page. When your spouse, you have to come together. You should be equal in everything that you do. So if you're equal, then you stand side by side, and everything flows down from there. So of course the kids will be next in line because that's your seed, that's your offspring. You have to guide them, lead them. So then it will be the kids, and then moms. I mean, of course you love your mom more than anything in the world. This is the person who gave you life, but it says something in the Bible. You leave. You grow up as a man, then you have to leave the home. And I remember my mom even telling me one time. She was like, she's like, I know your mom. She's like, I know I'm your mom, but Shay, that's the number one in your life now. Something like that. Something to that
that's
degree.
My mom also said it.
She said something like that. Yeah. So so I think if that makes the most sense to me. Of course, moms is everything, but if you got to rank them properly, then
I agree. I'm the same way. With that too. But like the spouse and
so you wouldn't put me last. It wouldn't be Gail.
You get on my nerves.
Gail,
so of course
kids.
And my mom always said like I'm not married to Lamar. You married to Lamar. I ain't got nothing to do with your marriage. Like that's on like that's y'all business. She always told me that. She was like, I have nothing to do with your business. That's y'all. So she told me don't be coming to me saying no sideways stuff or anything like that. She was like, I know Lamar is good. He's a good person. She's like, everybody gonna have flaws or have their arguments, stuff like that. But she was like, she would never ever like, you know, like, yeah, like ever. And then she was saying something. She was talking to one of her friends actually when she was here, and she was talking about the her sneakers. So Lamont bought her some Nikes. Oh my God. And she just think he is just, my mama swear Lamont is the best son. She called her son, he is the best son in the world. Like, she was just boosting him up. Like, my mom boosted Lamont up like no other. But he bought her some Nikes, and he kind of went through and let her pick out the ones that she liked the best.
And that was such a challenge.
And so Lamont got mad.
Width and length. And
Lamont and my mom, they have like a love-hate relationship. So like, they talk junk, but it's love. So he told her, he was like, "Mom, I'm not gonna get you any shoes. He's like, you just buy your own shoes because you too picky." So she come back, "I'm not picky. I'm just telling you, I don't want." She wanted them. She didn't want them to be wide or something. The width.
the width.
With the
She didn't want them narrow.
Yeah, she didn't want any narrow shoes. They're regular sneakers.
They're just one size.
And she's talking about, I know some of them, but she don't have that W inside of. Like, she was real particular. So they were going back and forth. But she bought him some he bought her some Nikes or whatever. But my mom was talking to one of her friends. She said, "I just love him." And she said she remember, I think when we first got married, she said Lamont, me and Lamont had a talk. She said he told me I can only miss Shay. I don't have to worry about her because he always has her. So she said that always set with her, like, in her mind, that y'all had this conversation like years ago, and she know that she never has to worry about me. She was like, "Cause I know he knows." She's like, "I know Lamont is good." She said he take care of you and them boys like no other. So she was like, "I don't have to worry about y'all ever." She was like, "I miss y'all, you know, cause y'all are far." But she said she never has to worry about her. Worry about me. So they just kind of push, you know, like it just makes everything, you know, it's so much better.
She didn't like me in the beginning.
She loved you in the beginning. She thought I was too old. She thought you were older. Yeah, but she liked you. She said you were a good person. She just thought you were too old for me.
I remember when we used to get in arguments, you say she always like pick my side or something. You remember that?
Pick your side when?
I guess like whenever we had like a little dispute or something, I guess you maybe tell her what happened or whatever, and he was like, she always like on my side or something, or he's like, "Lamont, you can't do no wrong in her eyes."
Yeah, because you can't never do any wrong in my mama's eyes, like never. And I think too, like, I have a bunch of uncles, so like my uncles were around when I was like a little girl. They basically like, you know, like helped raise me. I was around my uncles a whole lot. So for my uncles, they real funny, and for them to like you like that, I was like, then my mom was like, "Yeah, he good." Especially like my Uncle Tony and my Uncle Morris, like, you know, they the ones just got, you know, like, hey, you know, they're the more outspoken ones as far as when it comes to stuff like that. And they like absolutely love you. Like, my whole family just love Lamont. I'm like, what? Like, y'all are funny. They love you though. You part of the family, like, it's
I'm a good dude, man.
Whatever. But my mama now, Lamont Thompson can do no wrong in Gail's eyes, like no wrong.
I don't.
Like none. And then we got her the yard sign, so she was just overjoyed. Like,
she was melting in tears.
My mom was just, that meant a lot to her. But my mom is so giving anyway. Like, she come and she bring us like so much stuff though. Like, she save us money, and I'm like, we two grown folk with a household with 3 kids, and she just feels like that's her way of kind of like, she's a giver.
We had like 8 months worth of detergent.
Yeah, she gave us laundry detergent, and she was like, "You bought detergent?" Gave us I haven't bought laundry detergent or fabric softener in the whole year.
It was like 8. That's like 8 months.
And she bought more.
She bought some more.
She bought more in the laundry room on the floor. So she bought more laundry detergent. She bought like trash bag, like necessity stuff that we're gonna use. She does that. Cleaning supplies, like. She bought me Pine Sol, Clorox. Like, that's just my mama. Like, she stockpiles.
Food, everything.
Yep, food. The freezer full. She told me to clean out my freezer. She bringing food. So she, you know, she cook every day. I have to cook. I just asked if I could cook. I made something. What I helped make? I made a mac and cheese. That was all I made the whole time. And made a salad.
So she cooked the whole time.
Yeah, I said, "Mama, I can make the macaroni and cheese." She's like, "Well, yeah, go ahead. I do want to taste yours." So, you know, but she just cooked the whole time. You were eating good too, weren't you?
Almost definitely. That first day or the second day when she made that Thanksgiving, had turkey stuffing, giblet gravy, some of everything, rice,
yams,
beans. It was good.
It was good. Oh yeah, we did have baked beans. It was Saturday. They had them baked beans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
had
she
me
be
smoking
cooking
on the grill.
Yeah. Lamont, okay, so he got a smoker
put
for
me to
Father's
work.
Day. The smoker is where it's at. It's different from that grill. That smoker is bomb. So you can get a smoker. Get you
Smoke
a smoker.
my first ham.
It take a long time.
But what's it called? Boston
Yeah, no
butt.
ham. A Boston butt
Boston
roast.
butt. It's a
What is
ham.
It's a ham?
Yeah, it's a ham. Boston butt. It's a ham.
Oh, it is?
Next time I'm gonna try to barbecue it thing.
Put what you mean? Put barbecue sauce on
No,
it?
like
Oh, like how we made the shredded, like the
shredded.
barbecue, like, oh, go
Try to
ahead.
do that. Look up a couple
You should try to do it with a
recipes.
turkey.
Let me do the ham first and then the turkey. I might do a turkey. We'll see.
The turkey I think the turkey will be hitting.
Yeah, I might
But
have
you
enough
fried
ham for the
turkey.
year.
Yeah, we don't need no more of that until next
Cut
year.
back.
Cause that was a whole lot. A whole lot. But yeah. Yeah, good though.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got, babe? I haven't been timing us.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we about like at 22
You timing
minutes, something like that. So the other day, Bree and Nick was over here.
Dang.
Just pull
I
up back
can't
up.
do that right there. Dang, I'm about to go upstairs.
Take that
And we
away.
don't pause. I'm not doing that. We don't pause already. God.
We almost done. We got about 10, 15 minutes left. But the other day we was talking. It was funny. Nick and Bree was over here, and we were talking about like times where we almost like gotten fights or altercations or whatever over each other.
Yes.
And
Over people looking, or we out somewhere. That was funny. How do we just be talking? How do we come up with that? That was funny.
I have no idea. Might have to bring it back up one day so they can hear the different stuff. But it made me just think of, or I wanted to ask you, what do you feel? We broke up about 10 times. What do you feel is our worst breakup that we had, and why is that our worst breakup?
The worst breakup.
The worst breakup that we had.
Oh. I think the last one that was really hard is like when we were married here, and it was that thing like where you said you had got
married?
like we were married. As far as like worst breakup of where it hurt my heart the worst, and we had like a communication issue.
That's different, bro. We weren't broken up then. We were just married. That was an issue.
It was an issue,
That's
but I
probably
feel
like the
like
biggest issue we had in our marriage.
I think that was the biggest one. That hurt me the most.
I'm talking about like breakup.
Oh, like breakup, like we actually broke. Cause we didn't break up. It was just like we had like a whole. The worst breakup. Let me think. Like when we just stopped talking. Cause you got one. That's why you looking at me. Like,
No, actually I don't. I just wanted to
have,
hear. I don't. I don't really have
I'm
one.
trying to think. I don't know how we broke up, but it was like we weren't set. I think whatever happened before, and then we got back together when we had Abel or something. But that was like our most long, I guess, dramatic one maybe. Like we were like done for or something, and then we kind of got back together because we both were like seeing other people too in college. Well, I was in college. You had already graduated college before Abel, but then when we came together, we had Abel. So whatever that time span was right there, but I don't know why we broke up though. But we broke up for a long time. But why did we break up then? Do you remember?
That time, that was some real petty stuff.
And I remember
I was through with you.
You the petty of the petty
that was
though.
some petty stuff.
But you petty anyway. You just don't know you petty, but you be petty.
So
Lamar is so petty.
In that scenario,
I remember another
the
one
last
too.
time you had, let's see here how to word this correctly. So I had said something to you about jokingly, like sometimes, like I'm a very sarcastic person, I'm a playful person, so I can say something jokingly and you might take it as serious, but really I'm just joking. That's kind of been my thing the whole life. Sometimes my mom would get me in trouble just joking, but people take it as I'm being seriously. But so it was a photo where you were tagged. Somebody had tagged you in the photo, and it was a dude on Facebook. He had his arms around you, and there was another girl. He was like he was in the middle, and his arms around you and another girl. And I just said something jokingly to you, like, about the dude. I don't know what I said, but I said something jokingly to you about the dude with his arm around you.
Oh.
Whatever. And I think you was in the middle of something, so you couldn't. I don't think you really could respond like you wanted to because it was a short conversation. I think you might was going to work, and then that night when you got off work, I guess you went through Facebook and you went through every friend that I had in UNCG, and you seen that I had commented on a girl's post, a girl's picture, and you got mad that I commented.
Everybody?
You went to everybody. It was easy back in the day.
Oh, it was just colleges only. It was colleges Facebook. Only,
and you can see the friends that I had in UNCG. Mm-hmm. So you evidently you had to go through the girls' pictures, and you was like, oh, so you comment on this girl pictures, and we got in a big argument.
But what
about
was your
that.
comment?
I said.
Right. So that's the thing. What was your comment? Because if you just said something. Cause that's the thing, you a flirt. So Lamont be real, but you a little flirt though.
No, to be in my defense.
No, that's the thing though. But what was the comment that you made? Because you were already a flirt anyway.
I remember. I said, it's like that. That's what I said under the girl picture. I said,
but why did you put that?
It was an inside joke. Because the girl was a cute girl. If you look at the girl pictures, she had a lot of thirsty comments all over her. She took professional pictures. She had a lot of thirsty comments under her pictures.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
And now I would always joke with her like, you ain't all that. You all right. I was always joke with her like that. She's like, oh, you know you want me. I'm like, you all right. You ain't like that. That was always the joke. So when I sent that picture, I sent that comment, it was just like a response from her like, I told you so. But it was just a joking comment. It was my friend, whatever. And so then Shay got super, all her panties in a bunch, whatever.
Sure. Okay.
Like it was something when it wasn't.
And it had to be something that she thinking everybody want her. So it had to be a reason for me to put that.
Not me. Everybody else. It was an inside joke. Cause even when so
why you meet her then? You talking about the inside joke? How you know you? How did you have inside jokes with her? She responded. How did you have inside jokes with her though? Like how was it an inside joke? So you know her?
Because I knew her. That's why it was an inside joke. Because
how did you know her? How did you know her? I'm saying, how did you meet her? You don't remember how you met her?
How did I meet her?
See?
I think I met her at a party. But it's not like somebody that I was kicking it with.
Hanging with.
This was somebody that I knew. You know, you go out to the club, you see people over and over again. Mm-hmm. I know dudes from the club. I just see him at the club. I dab them up. What's up? Because you see him in the club all the time. So she was just like a familiar face. See him in the club, got cool. That's all it was to it. I never did anything with the girl, whatever. We were just cool peoples.
Oh, but I popped off.
You popped off at me because I said something about a picture that you had. Mm-hmm. So you wanted to say something back to me about a comment that I made under a picture. And then I threw it back on you because you used to mess with a dude who was a rapper. Y'all in the kitchen, cuddled up. You might try to make it seem like it wasn't nothing, but I could tell it was more than what it was. So I threw that back at you. And so we just started going back and forth. And then it was like, and that was the end of it. Then we just
that was petty.
It was super petty. And I remember you started writing stuff on your Facebook wall. I could tell it was directed at me. I'm like, okay. And that's when I unfriended you.
So when I didn't know you unfriended me.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not really remembering all that Facebook stuff. So.
And you was like, that hurt you or that made you mad? Like, oh, he must be really mad because he unfriended me or whatever. But I was like, okay, if she's writing stuff about me on her wall, then this isn't somebody that I want to see. I don't want nothing to do with it. So I just boop, unfollow, and that's it. Then my roommate Kev, he would always tell me, you see what your baby mama posted? Huh? Baby mama got some dude on the page. You see your baby mama?
It's my Kev is that dude. That's my homeboy right there. Man, Kev is that dude. Man. You remember that one time we had broke up? I don't know why we broke up. And Rondre had brought you over to the dorm to see me. You remember that? I think Rondre, he didn't bring you over. Rondre came over himself to give me a necklace or something from you. Rondre was trying his best, but we had you didn't come, but Rondre had came, and you were no, you were there. You was in the car, and Rondre got out the car. You were there, and he was trying to get us back together, and he had gave me a necklace or something from you.
I vaguely remember.
But I was my first year in college. I don't know how we broke. What happened? We had broke up, And then Roger like, come on, man, you can't. You know how Roger is. You can't do my man like that. And y'all had came by. Y'all had parked across the street from the dorm.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like, you sat in the car. You was being super pissed, like super petty about something. So Roger got out of the car. He talked, gave me like a necklace or something from you.
He gave you a necklace?
Mm-hmm. But it was like, I think one of the necklaces that you like wore or something like that.
Yeah, I know it was a necklace that I wore. And when we had broke up, I remember I asked you, I told you to give me my necklace back. Mm-hmm. So you had gave me my necklace back. And so
I guess he was trying to give me the necklace back.
I'm trying to think, why would I want to give it back to you?
But Roger was like in the middle of it trying to get us back together. Mm-hmm. You don't remember that?
I remember.
But I don't know how we broke up like a bunch of times.
A whole bunch of times. So
we were talking about with our friends though how we was like in the club and like about to pop off on people looking or whatever. Like, how do you feel? Like, would you do that nowadays? Like, if somebody like we up in a club or something, like, would you get mad at somebody? You just say like, oh, okay, well they're just looking, so it's okay. Like, do you feel like you would get mad? You ready to fight?
Looking. Only way I would fight, it would have to be
if it's like a respect thing, yeah, like a respect matter.
Somebody would have to touch you.
Yeah.
Like put their hands on you in order for me to do something. But you know, you older now, wiser now. You're not gonna go crazy over nothing like that.
In the club popping off. We didn't go to the club, but I'm just saying.
But yeah.
Yeah, back in the day though, I'd be ready to fight.
Over nothing.
It be something.
Over nothing.
It be something. To you, you may think it's nothing, but it is something.
Anytime you tried to pop off, anytime you tried to pop off, you didn't have a legitimate reason to pop off. Anytime I popped off, I had a legitimate reason to pop off.
Absolutely not. You just don't be paying attention. You swear you don't be paying attention to people around you, but it be a reason to pop off. You act like you don't be seeing nothing or you ignore, oh, that ain't nothing. I don't know what you talking about, like I'm crazy. But it be a reason to pop off.
You are crazy.
Well, it is what it is. But I be having a reason to pop off.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
All right.
If somebody...
Give me one reason you had legitimate... Give me one situation you had a legitimate reason to pop off, and then we're going to do the cards.
So, I remember one time we was in church, and this lady... Like, if you with somebody...
Church.
If you know you with somebody... And it's still on. Okay. You know you with somebody. You're married. People know if you have a child and a woman is staring at your husband, like you know they're staring. And why are you staring at my husband? So if it's just to me, like you said, a respect thing. So like if
you're looking at me.
See, and that's what I'm talking about because I knew she was looking at you.
How?
Because I seen her several times and I asked her when she kept looking at you, I looked at her in her eyes. I said, how can we help you? What are you looking at? And then she turned her head around because she knew I was talking to her.
You hear those people in church?
But my thing is you don't stare. You just don't. It's the respect that you just don't be staring at somebody's husband.
So what? I must have had a clean cut that day or something.
I don't know.
My dreads,
but she did not. Done. Must have been. But she need not look no more, and she did not look because she probably okay. This girl's in church and she really being loud. Yes, I did. I didn't care though. Look, you're not gonna sit up here and just do that. It's just a respect thing to me. But yeah. And that happened a while ago. They get me bored up because that's how some females are. They don't even care. She don't have to say anything. I'm not going to sit over there and have somebody just stare at me. Girl, bye.
Okay.
But that was a good reason, though, because she was staring.
Give me another good reason. I bet you don't have another one.
I do.
What?
Like I was telling you that time whenever we was in the the club the last time I had what was years ago. I haven't really popped off in a long time like that because I guess with us being married you get more mature about stuff. You be like, I don't know. But then people don't really be trying me like that. I just had a brain fart.
Okay. All right.
What was I talking? I had hold on because I had
You ain't got nothing else legitimate. That's why you can't say.
I do. I just can't think. I do. What we were talking about the other time with our friends. We were bringing it, and I had but you said you didn't remember. Oh, whenever you were talking to that girl and at that club that time.
What?
And you were being Mr. Buying people drinks and all the other stuff. And I popped up. I had a reason to pop off.
That sounds like a legitimate reason
yes,
when we broke
is.
up. How you going? You can't say something to somebody and
we broke up. We broke up hours before that.
The night before.
And then you went up buying somebody some drinks.
Almost 24 hours.
It was not a whole 24 hours. You buying somebody
it might have been 24 hours. So you had no say so in that.
I did have a say so.
No say so.
I did have a say so.
You did. And you out of pocket.
No, I'm not out of pocket.
You out of line.
No, I'm not.
You are out of line.
No, I'm not.
You were out of line.
No, I was not out of line. I had a good reason to pop off that day.
We were broken up.
It don't matter.
Okay.
You were still mine. It don't matter.
You just somebody that I can't talk to because
it don't matter.
Yeah.
You would have did the same thing if I'm in there talking to somebody.
Not if we broke up.
If I was in the club back in the day talking to somebody like that, how you were buying drinks and here you go.
You putting on too to make it look like it sound like it was more than what it was.
It was more.
It was not at all.
You were sitting right by this chick.
Okay, let me tell the people really quick.
You were sitting right by this chick.
I was not sitting right by a chick.
She was sitting behind you.
The girl was sitting behind me.
She was right here.
It was two girls
right by you.
Behind me. My homeboy was talking to the girls. My homeboy was getting at them. I'm sitting right. It's like some chairs right here, and then the girls are sitting there. The girls are sitting at the tabletop.
Lamar, chairs like this. Trying to downplay.
It's me, Kev, and then the rest of my homies sitting right here.
You always try to
baby, let me tell my story. Stop trying to interrupt. Stop trying to interrupt because you completely out of pocket.
No, I'm not.
You completely out of line.
Your story.
My homeboy is tapping me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, he said, hey, can you give me like $5? I want to get these girls a drink. I think they were underage. It was only 20. It was like, can you give me $5 so I can get them a drink? Oh, here you go. Gave the money. He went and bought them a drink. Came back. Then the girls tapped me on the shoulder and she was like, thank you for the drink. I'm like, cool, no problem. I turned back around. She tapped me on the shoulder again. What's your name? I'm like, okay, my name Lamont. She tapped me on the shoulder again. Like, you in school, you go to A&T, whatever. So, mind you, I'm not even facing the girl.
Okay.
I just looked out for my homie because my homie was trying to get at her friend. I wasn't even paying her no attention. Then I got Kev over here beside me. He was like, your baby mama looking at you. Your baby mama keep looking over here. I'm like, we broke up.
But he called me that way. I didn't have any kids. That's what Kev called me.
Kids, but y'all was part of that.
He called me that. I was like, ooh, don't say that.
We good. Like, we broke up last night. We good. Don't worry about that.
Last night.
So next thing I know, Shay comes running out of here. Whoa. What you think you doing, huh? You move on pretty fast, don't you? You move on pretty fast, dude. Yeah, we broke up. We broke up last night. We broke up just last night. But you move on. Go ahead and you want to go ahead and move on. Looking real silly. Real silly, popping off about nothing. Silly. I don't even know the girl name. I ain't know nothing about the girl at all. I was looking out for my homie. That's all that was.
I was not looking silly.
And you ain't had no reason to pop off.
Well.
Even if I was hollering at her, I was in my own right. But I wasn't.
You was not.
I was chilling that night.
She would have got drugged across that floor.
I was depressed.
You weren't no depressed.
I was depressed. I was sad.
Lies.
I just went out to have a good time with my homies.
Lies.
Trying to get over this breakup.
Buying girls drinks. About to have that girl get her head knocked off.
It wasn't even for me.
Okay.
It wasn't even for me. Okay, so now we're about to play Skin Deep. Now that she's got under my skin.
Whatever. Try to make me think I'm crazy.
This is what 20 years look like.
Mm-hmm. And I still pop off. I had a pop off recently, so it's good. Well, Lamar just know now because he...
I don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Make all the faces you want to make.
Hush. Babe, I thought I did.
I got to be responsible for the cards in the future because I don't know what you be doing.
Whatever. I'm shuffling up the cards.
You know what? You shouldn't even have to shuffle.
Well, I'm shuffling
all the
I
used cards. Some of them. Put them to that other side.
Over there, and it's not enough room. I have them over here flipped over. You have to delete this podcast and start over from scratch.
Lord, take the wheel.
Here, get your cards. Don't be trying to knock them out my hand either.
told me
I can't stand you right now. I promise.
Would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Who's gold?
You know, I was thinking.
Oh gosh,
That's probably without this. We had this stuff. We had that stuff with Abel. That's probably why he act like that because of you. Because you try to be like a little flirt, a little ladies' man. That's probably where Abel got it from.
I've never been a flirt. But
you a big old flirt.
I've never been a flirt, but I've always been told that I'm charming.
AKA a flirt.
I'm charming.
That's why Abel act like that.
I know the right things to say. I'm a charming individual. Just because you're charming don't mean you flirtatious.
Well, a lot of people can get that confused. You know that? So watch who you being charming with. That's why,
He got good genes at the end of the day. I ain't mad at him.
We had a little issue with Abel, but that's for another story, another day. But
he's growing up. He's maturing.
He's growing up, but now I see.
He
got it honest, as they say.
Just gotta tame him.
He got it honest. You want me to ask you first?
Please.
What do you think I need, and are you providing it?
You need a switch, and I can get one off the tree in a second. As soon as the podcast's over, I can get
one. Whatever.
Read the question again. What do I think you need?
Did you turn that air off down here?
I turned it on, but your mouth, that hot air you've been spewing,
whatever,
has heated up the room expeditiously.
Okay. Them lights you got on, and all these cameras. I wish I could see all this over here. He done got set up over here. What do you think I need, and are you providing it?
I think you need everything you need. I'm definitely providing. So
you want to be specific?
What I think you need. You don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. You don't need nothing.
I got everything I need.
You got everything you need. Tell me I'm lying.
I don't have everything I need. I'm blessed. I'll tell anybody.
Straight like that.
I'm blessed.
Okay. What about me makes you feel like home? What about me makes you feel like home?
I guess you could, like, comfort. Like, it's like I don't know. Like, I feel comfort, I guess. That's like a home thing. Like, I don't know. I feel comfort with you.
You should.
Just so, oh my God.
What's that noise?
They might have used a restroom or something. Because I know they're not taking no showers right now. They're probably not. They're probably playing the game. What have you healed in me?
What have I healed in you?
Some deep questions there, ain't it?
I think when I first met you.
I'm not smiling. You're smiling because you done irritated me this whole podcast.
I think when I first met you, you had some loneliness and some bitterness in you, and I think I came along and showed you what a real man is supposed to be, showed you what a father is supposed to be, and I think that completed you and made you whole. You might not recognize the loneliness and bitterness, but that was the missing pieces to your puzzle, and that completed you, made you whole.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What's the difference between my character and my personality? What's the difference between my character,
and your personality? Interesting.
That's a good question.
So his character, I think if you were to like see you, that went out. It just went out. That one. That one right there. So I have to wait until you come back. Okay. But it's about you, so I'm gonna wait.
So go ahead and keep talking, baby.
No, because it's.
Rolling.
I know, but then you're not over here.
Messing up my mojo. Go ahead.
So you.
Talking.
I can't stand you today. You are just not. Oh my God. Today I'm just. Okay, so what is the question between your character and your personality? All right, so I think with your character is you are a very responsible person. You are like intellectual. You are like you have like a what's the word? What's that? How they say like you're serious. Like you're more so like an introvert, and you're so serious all the time. Mm-hmm. But you have but you're a stand-up person and you're reliable. Whereas like your personality, you are petty boots.
I don't know why y'all put that on me.
And I'm not the only one that says this. Lamont is petty.
Y'all put that on me.
He petty. And people don't really know that, but he's super petty and he's funny. So like he be like real, like he be sarcastic.
I told you I'm sarcastic. Sarcastic and petty aren't the same
petty.
thing.
Well, you be so petty, it's ridiculous. Yeah. And then you are, and you're caring. Like you have a caring spirit about you, a caring heart. You're a hard worker, but you're like with your personality, though, you super like petty. You are, but then and you're funny. Like you really be like legit funny. Like we could just be sitting here like just laughing for no reason because you're really silly. But when you see him, he looks serious. Like if you look at his face or he walking around somewhere, people think like he's not approachable.
I'm not.
He's so serious all the time.
I am.
He's like, this person is always serious and just stone faced, but he's really not that person.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Yes,
you are so silly.
Don't get it twisted.
He's super silly.
I'm
but
very unapproachable.
My 5-year-old is like that too. Like he gonna be just like you.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. He's super. They two peas in a pie. So y'all both have that same characteristic. It's crazy. But y'all be serious. Don't want to talk. But be super silly.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
So
get my cards.
This is episode number right there. This is episode number 23 of Keeping the Knot Tied podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed my pain.
Mine too.
But we thank everybody for watching.
Mine too.
Everybody for subscribing. Mm-hmm. Cause you know what? I took the boys to conditioning last week, trying to get the boys out the house. Get them back to some of that
normalcy, but it's not going to happen right now.
A little bit. So we do a little bit of conditioning.
The football is their life. But right now.
It's only like 8 kids there or whatever. But one of the coaches there, he was like, "Yeah, man, I listen to the podcast, man. He's like, you and your wife, y'all a trip, man." He said, "I enjoy it though." I think he said some of his coworkers. He's told some of his coworkers, and his coworkers watch too. So it's good to hear those stories. You never know who's watching, so we appreciate everybody who's actually watching.
Yes.
We hit a milestone. They sent me an email last week that we had over 100 downloads last week.
Yay.
So that's on all the streaming platforms. We need to get our YouTube numbers up. YouTube numbers ain't really that big.
Not too there. I guess the people like to listen more than look.
Cause who said that? Somebody said that the other day. They was like,
oh, Brie. She said she'd rather listen like while she working doing stuff instead of actually looking.
Because on YouTube,
like,
YouTube be funny. Like you can't do other things while you watching the video.
YouTube, yeah, like you only can look at YouTube and that's it.
YouTube. So like a lot of people listening to the audio, which is still great. People are consuming it. That's why we got multiple ways of people to listen to watch it and listen anyway. So, but it was good to see those 100 downloads last week on all the platforms. So we appreciate you guys out there
thank you.
Listening and watching and all that good stuff. So we appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you next week.
Next week.
Or the week after that. For episode number 24.
I cannot stand you tonight.
Keeping the Knot Tied podcast.
You gonna work me today.
Peace.
Peace.